Now, emotional intelligence, if you haven't heard about it, is the number one factor that the Harvard Business Review says is critical in business and in leadership. And it isn't just emotional intelligence as a whole. Essentially, you can sum it up to three things. Know yourself, which comes down to awareness. And once you know yourself, you can manage yourself. And that's very important because it's called self-control. And the third thing is manage relationships. They are the keys in emotional intelligence. However, Harvard Business Review says that out of all of those, there's one factor that influences the culture of an organization more than anything else. And each of you is in charge of your own little organization or just your life. And it is this. What do you think it is? Mood, yeah. Now, this is my own personal touch. This isn't from the Harvard Business Review, okay? However, I think this sums up what it is. And also it is mind management. So I like to add mindset management, right? So it's mood management, mindset management, and then heart management. And I want to give you just a couple of things. Like, think about this. All of you have been in a job where you've had a boss. You've been sitting there one day, the boss comes out of their office, stalks across the office, looks like death, and stomps out like this. Now, this is not what happens. People look at the boss and go, oh, poor boss. I wonder what's wrong. Oh, I hope it's nothing too serious. I hope it's not the family. Oh dear, I hope they feel better soon. I don't think so. When you see a boss walk out like that, everybody goes, whoa, what is it? Oh no. Amy takes over. Amy goes, oh, I wonder if they found out what I did last week. Oh no. Maybe we're not going to have a job. I wonder if the economic downturn has affected us. Did you see the boss? Did you see the boss? And before you know it, every bit of productivity is dead because everybody is fussing about the boss. As a boss or a leader or a manager, you don't have the luxury of a bad mood ever again in your whole lives. You got to, and as a parent, pretty much. Yeah, okay, you can have a small one, but don't show it to the kids, all right? And so managing your mood is absolutely critical. That's why I keep coming back to these. These are handy little critters, aren't they? If you're in a bad mood, before you go out the door, look through these. I feel naked just doing one. Sorry, I got to do two. Look through these and find something good to change your mood, change your mindset, because it works in this situation too. What you say to yourself dramatically alters how you look. And you know, Ellen Langer, who's a very famous psychologist, did a study years ago now where she took a whole pile, I don't know, like 70, 75-year-old men, and she put them into an environment where everything was as if they were 55. She took them back in time 20 years. And they dressed that way. They talked to each other as if they were 55, not 75. They did a ton of things. You know, the cars were 19, whatever it was, and the ads on TV, all the TV programs were as if it was 20 years earlier. Guess what happened at the end of that experiment? It was extraordinary. Because these people believed, because they were living in it, that they had gone back in time 20 years, their IQ improved, their memory improved, their posture improved, their physiology changed. Isn't that extraordinary? All because they believed they had gone back in time. And like Andrea said, that belief in yourself is absolutely critical. Giving other people that belief in themselves is an amazing gift to give people. And that comes with changing your mindset. And then with your heart set, you know, when you look at other people, yeah, I know it's corny, but we have to send them love. And my mother taught me one of the best ways to do this. And what I'm trying to do, by the way, some of you have seen my book outside called The Gospel of Joy. There are 12 pillars to joy. 12 pillars on which we build a joyful base. And I'm trying to cover all of them, but we haven't got that much time. So love is one of the pillars, okay? And my mum, before she died, I was living here and she was living in Australia, and she would send me notes. And we had gone through an exercise when my stepdad died, when she was very depressed and unhappy, of how we could build love into her life. And I was saying to her, Mum, if you send love to other people, you'll feel better. Well, she was used to me, right? And she'd look at me and she'd go, what do you mean send love? And I'd say, Mum, I don't know, Mum, just send love. Because I didn't know. Well, that night I went to bed and she was staying with me for a while. On my pillow was a note. And at one end of the note, she had drawn a great big heart. And at the other end, she had drawn a great big heart. And in between, she'd drawn a whole lot of little hearts. And that was my mum's way of sending me love. And you know, when I was drawing this, another moment of creativity came to me, and I thought, isn't that cute? I couldn't help myself. Anyway, so this was my mum's way of sending me love. And we're going to practice this in a second. We're going to put our hands up like this, and we're going to make this noise. Those of you who see me, you know what we're doing. We're going to say zoot, zoot, zoot. And each little heart is a zoot, Z-O-O-T, okay? And we are going to say zoot, 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 and touch the hearts of the person on either side of us. And for some, just above the hearts, okay? Just a little bit above. Okay, so nice and clean. So everybody, hands up like this. And on the count of 3, you're going to say zoot, zoot, zoot as little hearts go and touch the heart of the person next to you. 1, 2, 3, go. Zoot, 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 zoot. Now the other side. Zoot, 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 zoot. Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. See? Love is one of the pillars of joy. And they're so simple. They're such simple little things to do. You know, if you zoot your children, they love that. You can zoot people as they're driving away. You know, you can zoot your teenager. You know how you have to drop them off 15 miles from their friends? And as they're looking around to make sure you've gone, you can do a little zoot, zoot, zoot. And if you're really lucky, they will look at you and go, oh, zoot. They do that, you know. I've had people email me and tell me that they do that.